It certainly has been a very hot day for the contestants today. Well, the quiz mistress describes one part of the session as the pandemic lockdown version. She got really frustrated. But, well, we know who has won now. Adisadel College with 21 in the final round. Achimota School-20, Keta SHTS-17. Maxwell Agbagba is our man on the ground. Let's cross over quickly. By the way, welcome to the show. I'm Gifty Andopi, and today is all about the National Science and Maths quiz here on The Pulse. We'll bring you more of some of the stories along the line, but let's go and quickly, connect with Maxwell. Hello, Maxwell.
Yeah, hello, Gifty.
I can hear you. So we can hear from the ground right now. I mean,
Well, it's all jubilation here at the University of Ghana Business School. This other college have qualified to the semi-finals of the National Science. They've qualified to the grand finale of the National Science and Maths quiz, and this was a spectacle. I mean, it's victory for Adisadel College, but a lot of the people I've been speaking to here tell me that it's a Pyrrhic victory. It cost them so much, to win this. So really, they can jubilate, but it's a Pyrrhic victory for Adisadel College. At the end of the contest, they just went through to the grand finale by just 1 point, confirming the assertion that many have that Adisadel College, they just know how to get to the grand finale, and they just proved that to the whole world. Let me speak to this gentleman my friend from Adisadel College. Talk to me. What's the feeling like right now?
We are
to the grand finale.
Yeah, you see, it was a very tight contest, and we are winners. That is what we do. No matter how we win it, we need to win it. That's what we've been doing all over the years. And it was a very tough contest. Achimota really gave us a tough time. Keta they were up there. They really performed very well. But once you're a winner, you find the loopholes, you find where the spaces are, you put your nuts there, and then you kill the game.
So you were sitting behind me in the auditorium. What was going through your mind at that point when you knew that? I mean, you could have lost at that point. At some point.
Funny enough, she was also behind me. And as they won the last baton radio, she was shaking the chair. I could feel the auditorium shaking. My mind was somewhere. I was in mass. I was just waiting for a miracle. And once you are prepared, whatever comes your way, you take whatever comes your way. I mean, you make the best out of it. So it was a very tough contest, and we made the best out of it.
Let me say that we're just trying. I'll talk to you. We're trying to get some of the guys from Keta School. It's difficult finding them at this point. Even during the competition, they promised that they were going to talk to us after the competition, the contest. We're trying to get them and talk to them. But we'll try and get some of the boys from Presec Legon. We'll talk to them as well. But my lady from Achimota School, you missed out on the grand finale by just 1 point.
Just 1 point.
I feel so sorry for you right now. Okay, talk to me.
It's just 1 point. So Adisadel College shouldn't make too much noise. I mean, they're not so much for us. We could have. Yes, but then we are still proud of them, and we are proud of ourselves too. Yeah.
You're proud of yourself too.
Yeah.
Just 1 point. Oh my God! I saw you jumping from behind when you're super sub. If
I know.
And second
I told you earlier she was going to do something for us, and she did very well. She did just what we expected her to do. It's fine. We are proud of her.
So next year, we'll see you next year.
Yeah, next year we are going to the finals.
Okay. Thank you very much. But as you can see, these gentlemen are from Presec Legon. I'll put you on. Wait up. Hold on.
I have some last words.
You want to say something?
So to my brother, William, I brought her here. I made sure she enjoyed herself, but she lost. Boto, all Santa Clauses 2013 batch. Charlie, you boys are massive. Shout out to you all. Charlie,
thank you very much at Adisadel College. Now let's check out what is happening here. The next contest, Prosec Legon Kumasi Academy. Wait, you wanna?
Yeah. At the beginning, you asked me a question.
Every Presbyterian Technical School is also in
Yes. But at the beginning, you asked me a question. You asked me what are my expectations, and I told you two things. I told you that Adisadel boys, we don't do ifs, buts, or maybes. We do only absolutes. And Adisadel is the best school in the country. I told you that. I told you we are going to 4 consecutive finals. This is a 5th consecutive final. And the best team in Ghana. No size, nobody. Oh, Adisco.
It's a hot down to you.
You got where school you go. Where school you go.
Okay, so these are the Adisadel College guys quite expected. They are overjoyed, quite excited that they are moving to the grand finale. Of course, they know how to do it. They've done it many times. And they just did it here at the University of Ghana Business School. They just won with 1 point. And by just that 1 point, they are moving on to the grand finale. Okay, let's try and get a contestants. Okay. The contestants who are on stage, let's talk to them. We are live on JoyNews. Talk to me. What's the feeling like? What's the contest like for you? Okay, in Bebo. Yeah, in Bebo. Talk to me. What's the contest like for you today?
I don't know. I'm short of words.
Now, tell me, at some point in time in the contest, when all the schools were getting their questions wrong, round 4, round 5, it also happened to you. What happened this time around?
What happened this time around was that God was in control. That was it.
Oh, you knew God was in control. But tell me, what was going through your mind at round 4? Because even before you came on, your people were singing outside in Bebo. You came on, and look at the round 4 wasn't too smooth for you. At that point, what was going through your mind?
As I said, it's not my mind, it's not my power, but it's by God's grace. I didn't do anything. Thank you.
What should we expect in the grand finale?
Nothing but the best.
Nothing but the best. Okay, congratulations. Yeah. Okay, so just in Bebo Nona. Okay, so they are carrying him right now, and the celebration will continue from the University of Ghana Business School. Even before he came on, the Santa Clausians were here shouting, screaming his name and all of that. Round 4 didn't go too well for him. He was expected to perform better, but round 4 didn't go too well. Round 5, he came back and he nailed it for Adisadel College. They're excited and they're in the grand finale. Let me speak to the guys from Prosec Legon. They're saying that they're already celebrating 6 because they know that they're lifting this year's trophy.
Maxwell, if I may come in quickly,
this contest.
I'm hoping that you hear me, Maxwell. We're seeing a little bit of crowdedness behind you, and I'm trying to figure out what is happening right there. I mean, most of them are wearing masks, which is a good thing, but it looks as if they're really crumped up there. What is happening?
Okay, so before you get access to the auditorium, your temperature has to be checked. If you do not meet the required threshold, you will not be allowed, to get in there. If it is above the threshold, you will not be allowed in there. Okay. So that's what is going on right now, making sure that all the people who get access to the University of Ghana Business School are wearing their mask and also have the right temperature. Okay. And then also, if you go in the University of Ghana Business School, because of social distancing protocols, you can't sit very close to the next person. There has to be an empty space. So that's what the police officers here are making sure would happen, in the main auditorium. So the queue that you're seeing here, all of the people in masks, we are very excited, very happy about that. The temperature would first have to be checked, and then you go in there, they make sure you're wearing your mask. They give you hand sanitizers to sanitize your hand before you get access to the main hall.
Okay,
so that is what is causing.
Right. We see that they've started to move gradually.
Here.
Yeah, we've seen that they've started to move gradually, but
exactly.
This must be a very tough process there, and hopefully we're all keeping safe. But Maxwell, I see that you tried to talk to some of the Prosec boys there, and they wouldn't even give you the chance to interview them. They certainly are anxious about what to expect, aren't they?
Exactly. We've seen it happening here at the University of Ghana Business School, where a lot of old students came on JoyNews to talk, for want of a better word, brag about their schools. By the end of the contest, they really did not win, and the trolling, happened on Twitter. So a lot of people now are quite cautious about what they say prior to the contest, because the 2020 National Science and Maths quiz came with some shocks.
Yeah.
Indeed, in Fansipim School, we are out of the competition. Defending champions, St. Augustine's College, they are also out of the competition. St. Peter's, a lot of people thought that St. Peter's would be, in the grand finale. Unfortunately, they were kicked out by Adisadel College. That was with just 2 points. Adisadel College went through that contest with just 2 points. So for the shockers, we've had many. Now, St. Peter's SHS, especially because, Michael Obin, we saw him in the 2019 competition. He was in the grand finale for St. Peter's SHS. He had experience of the stage. He knew how to manage his anxiety. And at the 1-8 stage, we saw them winning with 68 points, 68 points, that was the highest that we had ever seen, in the contest. And indeed, it's important for me to mention that no school has broken that, record yet. So many expected St. Peter's to go through the grand finale, but they had a shock of their lives when, when Adisadel College actually beat them, to qualify to the semi-finals. And now at the semi-finals, they've qualified by just 1 point.
1 point.
And they're moving to the grand finale.
And that's what beating...
One thing we've observed, one thing we've observed for this contest is that you really will not find the schools winning with huge margins at this stage. In previous years, quarter-final contest, you can see a school winning with a huge margin. But this is not the case this time around. The 2020 contest is not the case. We saw Keta Senior High Technicals at a point. You think that Keta Senior High Technicals we're going to win that contest. We saw that in the quarterfinals, Prempeh College and Achimota School. It was a tie-breaker question that separated Prempeh College and Achimota School. In fact, Prempeh College rang the bell for the first time. They got their answer wrong. Achimota also rang the bell. They got it wrong. The second question, Prempeh College rang again. They got it wrong. And then Achimota got it right. And that was the only way Achimota got to the semi-final.
Yeah.
So from what we have observed from this year's competition, you can be a top school, you can be 4-time winners, you can be 5-time winners, but you're not winning with huge margins. No.
Yeah, the reigning champions have been kicked out already.
That we just witnessed. Exactly, Gifty. So for this contest that we've seen, for instance, the schools did not make huge marks. No, they didn't, not at all. So it tells you that there are a lot of shocks, to expect.
So Maxwell, I'm just wondering.
The people who come here.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. You can try and talk to the Presec boys if they'll allow you to talk to them, and if they're actually in the mood for a chat. But then I'm wondering, is it that the questions this time around were just difficult? Is that the sense that the quiz mistress, for example, gives? Or is it that the students were just not getting them because it got really frustrating for her, and she called it the pandemic lockdown round?
Yeah. Exactly. In the regions, when we traveled with a team to cover the preliminary round of competition, what actually came up was that for a school like Sunyane, secondary school, they had the highest score, national. In Ghana, they had the highest score during the regional qualifiers with 75 points. But just when the prelims of the National Science and Maths quiz started, in their first contest, they dropped from 75 points to about 30 points. We tried to find out what possibly caused that. And for some of the people we spoke to, they told us that coronavirus could actually be blamed for that performance, because they say that when the coronavirus pandemic set in, it was difficult doing face-to-face interactions because there was a lockdown, there were a lot of restrictions. Sometimes they had to, resort to online, studies and all of that. And the general uncertainty about whether the NSMQ would happen this year or not, that was the reason they gave to us. So we're just thinking, this just me thinking, that perhaps the performance could also be a reflection of the coronavirus, pandemic. And I think it makes a lot of sense because
Well,
if you're uncertain that the competition is going to happen this year, definitely there will be some kind of laxity in your preparation, you know. So I give many of them the benefit of the doubt that possibly the coronavirus might have taken a toll, you know, on the performance of these contestants, Gifty.
I can so imagine, but you see, I think we need to give those contestants some credits, because when you keep giving answers and get them wrong, it's not easy to continue from there. But they somehow were able to bounce back, and at least now we have a winner.
Exactly. I think what perhaps you did not see on TV, I don't know if it was on TV, but at a point when, you know, the quiz mistress was not really happy about how the contest was going, a lot of them getting their answers wrong. In fact, even for Mbebo, who is the super sub for Adisadel, you know, College, you expect him to change the game for Adisadel College, but that did not happen in this contest. A lot of people were shocked. He was getting his answers wrong. That was the same for Ifua Ansah. Ifua Ansah in the contest against Prempeh College and Anglican SHS Kumasi. We saw how she came in on and then changed the game for, you know, Achimota School, led Achimota School, you know, to victory. But that did not happen this time around. In round 4, we saw how she was also getting, you know, some of the answers, you know, wrong. But it was in round 5 that she recovered and then, you know, bounced back. What happened actually was that we had a psychologist moving onto the stage. There's a resident psychologist here who moved onto the stage to talk to the contestants. So I'm sure that really, you know, changed the dynamics of the whole contest. After you know, the psychologist spoke to them, I'm sure he told them to, you know, to calm down, relax, and you know, because if you're in there, you know, Gifty, I don't want to be in the shoes of these contestants.
Me neither.
Because I was in the auditorium, and whilst Mbebo was, you know, coming on to the stage, the Adisadel College boys were outside. Many of them singing the school anthem, you know, chanting, bragging about winning the contest and all of that. So really, if you're in his shoes, you know that you carry the burden of a lot of old students. You know, you carry the burden of a lot of Santa Clausians. You need to prove that indeed you're from, you know, Adisadel College. The gentleman I spoke to, he said they do not deal with ifs and maybes and buts. They
deal
go
with
in there to win.
absolutes.
So really, if you're a contestant from a school like that, you definitely would have to deliver, Gifty.
I know, right?
And that puts a lot of pressure on you.
It does. It certainly does. And when you hear your school chanting in support of you, you certainly want to impress them. That alone is enough. But it's a good thing that they have psychologists there who are helping these people, because this has a way of damaging your sense of confidence. Maxwell, let's talk about the next context, which we're expecting to start at 4:30. We're looking at Kumasi Academy, Ebri Presby Senior High Technical School, and Legon Presec.
Okay, well, this contest, Presec Legon, they say hashtag let's celebrate 6. They're saying that they are already celebrating 6 because they know that for this year they are winning the 6th trophy of the National Science and Maths Quiz. Now remember that they are the record holders when it comes to the National Science and Maths Quiz. No school has won the National Science and Maths Quiz like they have done. They've won it 5 times. The school that is close, that's a bit closer, you know, to them is Prempeh College. And even for Prempeh College, they've been kicked out, you know, of the competition. So it means that they still maintain, you know, that level of superiority. But they are hoping to increase that from 5 to 6 this year. And the agenda is still on course. In fact, if you meet the boys, you speak to them, they tell you, let's celebrate 6, let's celebrate 6. They started that in the 2019 competition, but that did not happen in the 2019 competition when they started talking about let's celebrate 6. We remember in the grand finale, they lost by just 5 points to St. Augustine's College. 5 points, and because of 5 points, they couldn't celebrate 6. This year they are back, they are saying that, look, we are determined and we're going to win our 6th trophy. And that seemed to be the refrain, if you speak to other people here.
Well, you do have some of them behind you. Do you think they will be happy to talk to us?
Yeah.
Well, let's try that out and see.
Let's try and see if, you know, we'll have some bold ones who will talk to us.
Right. Maxwell Agbaba there trying to talk to some student at the Presec Legon. Right, let's see what he says.
Tell me, How confident are you, Kumasi Academy?
Oh, we are not afraid of anyone. Okay. We are not afraid of anyone. We are coming for the SIT trophy.
You are coming for the SIT trophy?
The SIT one.
Okay.
Yes.
What makes you so confident? Some of the guys are not willing to talk because they just they are just not sure.
They are shy of the camera, but we are here for the SIT trophy and no one is stopping us. We've already taken it. We are thinking of the 7th one, which is next year, yes.
Okay, so you're taking it for the 6th time?
Yes. The boys are good. The boys are good.
What makes Presec Legon different from the schools? From the other schools, yeah.
Oh, the boys start training from Form 1, so there's no slacking. They are here to win it. Yes. They are not taking any chances. Yes. Okay. They are very confident too. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me also try and see if I can speak to Presec Legon. Are you from Presec Legon?
Yeah.
Okay. You are former students?
Former students.
Okay. Which year?
2016.
2016. 2017. Okay. Tell me. Is Presec Legon winning this? Are we celebrating 6?
Most definitely. Most definitely. You know, we have never met OWAS in the finals and lost to them. But I think we've met them 3 times and it has been all tears for them. And so this year is going to be another teary year for them. Last year we met at Disco and OWAS in the semi-finals. It was a brutal beating for the both schools. It's going to happen again this year in the finals. And so expect the best from Presec. This quiz we are going to have just now is a foregone conclusion. So let's be looking into the finals.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you checked out Kumasi Academy?
Oh yeah.
They kicked out Infantipim School.
I mean, Infantipim School is nothing to write home about. And so if they've kicked out Infantipim School, it is nothing to write home about. This is the best team in the whole of the Republic. This is the team that has won it 5 times. This is the only team to successfully defend its title. And so we are going to do it again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me, what kind of joy does it come with? You know, winning the National Science and Maths, quiz. What kind of pride does it come with for you, old students?
What it does is that it assets your superiority as the best school in the Republic. And it also reaffirms the fact that you are one of the best schools in the country. And so it is a joy knowing that of all the science students in Ghana, when they were all brought here for a quiz, Presec was able to come out tops. That is the kind of joy that it brings to old students of the schools.
Wow, and that's why you go all length to support your schools to victory.
Exactly.
Okay, I see. Now, talk to me. What's your assessment of the contest for today? It's happening in some minutes.
Oh no, I think I'll just reiterate my brother's assertion because looking at how the boys have fared from the beginning of the contest, we expect nothing but a win. Presec has been one of the best, if not the best. And looking at our performances, if you look at the history of this quiz, we have been performing very well. This year, we performed very well. Last year, we placed 2nd. And so if last year we placed 2nd, of course, Providence should have it that we should be able to place 1st this year. So we just expect a win. Nothing but a win.
Last year you were so close to the trophy. You missed out by just 5 points.
Yeah.
Are you not scared that, that could actually happen again?
Oh no, failures in life actually make you a better person and they give you the opportunity to work on your wrongs. So we've actually done our homework well and believe we can be the better team this time.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Okay, so I have someone from Kumasi Academy. Kumaka, tell me, you guys beat Infantipim School, right?
Yes.
What's the feeling like right about now? You're going to meet Presec and a Bree Senior High Technical School. Are you winning this contest?
Oh yes, for sure. We are winning this contest. We are winning this contest, and this is our first time being in the semi-finals. And besides, starting from where we started from the 1A stage to this round, we know our boys is performing, and for sure we're going to win this contest. Oh yes, we're going to win this contest.
Okay, Kumaka, can you tell us something about Kumaka for those who really do not know much about Kumaka? You want to...
The best Baptist school in Ghana, Afitop. He be the best Baptist school in Ghana, Afitop, the best school in Ghana. So make Presec watch we they can't lash them. They can't lash them. You know we say a joke, we they can't lash them. 5-star school. He go 10 car give you score.
Wait, gentlemen, you were saying something. What were you saying? What are you telling him? No, wear the mask for me, please. You'd have to wear the mask before I talk to you. Okay, so that's another students of Kumasi Academy. We'll be taking you to the auditorium for what will be happening. The contest will be beginning, in some minutes. But remember that our coverage of the National Science and Maths quiz is made possible by Bright SHS. Bright SHS in School-20 providing quality but affordable education. It's also made possible by Adonko Nest Level Energy Drink, Adonko Hand Sanitizer, Corompos Roof, and then DBS Roofing, Papa.
Right.
They are making it possible for us to bring you, the 2020 National Science and Maths quiz. We're going to the auditorium. We'll be bringing you updates, from the auditorium as well.
Very well, Maxwell. Interesting guys you talked to right there. I mean, the first guy you spoke to, the 2016 must be a PRO for the school. He speaks very well. He says it's a foregone conclusion. It's the best team in the Republic. We'll see how that goes. Maxwell, we'll be coming back to you as and when. Maxwell Agbagba there, joining us all the way from the University of Ghana Business School. It is the National Science and Maths quiz today. The next context is up in less than 30 minutes, and you're having Kumasi Academy, a school that kicked out, the reigning champions. You have the Ebri Presby SHTS, you have Presec Legon, all coming up. We'll take a very quick break. When we return, we'll tell you what else has been happening. We'll go to the Electoral Commission headquarters. President Akufo-Addo has been picking up his nomination forms. We'll be right back.